It's Wednesday. You know what Wednesday is. It's time to party. Actually, Wednesday is the thumbnail live stream where I review thumbnails and stuff. Let me get that reflection. Make sure the reflection isn't going crazy here. Okay, so in the description, there are two links, one to gaming channel, one to non-gaming channels, okay? In those, you're gonna put a video link. And in your video link, I'm gonna see the thumbnail used for that video, and that's how I'm gonna judge if you made a good thumbnail or not. It's randomly selected, but I did something different for this stream like I did for all the other streams. Okay, so first, let me just say that one of you has pissed me off. I'm very upset with one of you, okay? One of you blatantly copied another creator, all right? But I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm going to get into that a little bit later. So if that's not a hook, I don't know what is. All right. Now, what I did that was different is I was going to do this featured creator thing where I would just like brag about somebody that I thought was really cool. But, and I did find a couple, but then I thought, well, why don't I just like do a fast-paced, rapid-fire, like 15 to 20 channels. That way, a lot of you say like, I never get picked. So I decided to pick a bunch of you, and I got notes here, and I'm just gonna like rapid-fire them before we get to the random selections. Okay, so some of you probably did already get picked, okay? I have 15 or 16. And the last one is the copier. But, yeah, before we get into that, I just want to cover this, Twitter winner. Every week on Twitter, we do this contest where you can upload your thumbnails and you could get picked and we could, you know, review you on this stream. And this week's winner, oh, don't talk about that. That's none of your business, Claudia. This week's winner is Brian K. Gilman. He is, I want to say real estate, but more like a lifestyle type channel. And the reason that I say that is because it's a theme about golf cart living. And if you don't know what golf cart living is, it's more like, it's that lifestyle where you just cruise around on a golf cart. At least that's my impression of it. I think it's misspelled here, and it's misspelled in the description, but I don't know if that's just kind of odd. But maybe it's just an autocorrect thing. Golf cart living, golf car.
My name is Brian K.
That one says car too. Now I'm confused. Is it golf car? Because I thought it was golf cart. Hold on. Living. This one doesn't say anything about golf carts. Okay, all right, no big deal. Just something to let you know, Brian, that right here you got hashtag golf carts, but this says golf car, and maybe golf car is something that I don't know about. You know what? We're gonna Google it. Let's see what a golf car is. Okay, it makes sense that it's a golf car. Dever golf cars. Yeah, golf car is a thing. Okay. All right, cool. That's my bad, but this hashtag golf cart led me astray. Anyway, golf car living. Okay, now we know it's golf car. So I made a few notes here for you, Brian. Since you submitted on Twitter, I want to ask you something on Twitter, but I'll get into that here in a second. First thing, I went through your channel and I saw that it's more about, you got kind of like, here's my life vlog lifestyle kind of thing, but also you have like a lot of real estate, content. So it's a bit of a mix. It's a bit of a theme, with the golf cars. This is golf cart. I'm so caught up in that. But let's break down the thumbnail that you do have right now. I'd like to talk to you more about your entire channel, but that's not what this is for. So, yeah, that one's really cool. Top 5 cost. Like if that white $ popped more on that yellow, that would be really, really cool. Or like have some sort of graph. Anyway, your thumbnail here, I watched your whole video, and it's like I don't care. about it, right? Because it's, you say it starts right here. I don't know what it is. You pitch it as the golf car living in your title. Why this Las Vegas home is everything golf car living is about. Your packaging is assuming that your audience already knows what golf car living is. Now, it's that's the risk you take when you like really niche down like you've done. You've sort of niched down into the theme, but you don't have to. Okay, if you broadened this packaging back out into like the real estate niche, then this one would pick up, in my opinion. So I guess what I'm saying is like niching down is great, but you've already done that with real estate. So let's back up off the golf car living just for this one, because what I would have done is I would have featured the most impressive thing about the house, which this shot isn't the most impressive thing. The most impressive thing is the freaking is the backyard. It is insane. So what I would have done is I would have gotten a really good shot back here, and dude, I can't tell you how many times I go through a video, as long as it's in 4K or whatever, and I'll just take the screen cap and then put me in there later. Like that's beautiful, but there's one shot that would have been fine. Like I want to show as much while still making it not cluttered. And the only angle that shows that right now is this one. Okay. Now you don't really see much of the pool, but the point I'm trying to make is this right here is perfect negative space to have you in there, which brings your lifestyle. You seem like a mogul. I guess that's the best way to go about. You seem like a dude that knows what he's talking about. You look the part. And so I think that that would be a perfect spot for you. Now, what text? Maybe it's about houses and areas where you can access everything with a golf cart. Yeah. I'm thinking that, but like not all of them are like that, so it's a little tough. This shot right here brings an authentic side because you're actually in the shot, and this right here is a better thumbnail than the one you have. Even if you just used this only. Let me. Oh, I don't know why I don't have Photoshop open. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but since you're on Twitter, could you DM me? I have a question about the real estate niche in general, like what channels you are currently watching, because I got a friend that is asking me about this. Yeah, so man, I missed it. I just had the one, and I would just crop it. Okay, let's. Okay. Anyway, I just asked you to DM me and I didn't tell you my name. It's at Hey John Scott, HeyJohnscott. It's like John Scott, my name, but with a little bit of hey in the beginning. That would be very cool, dude. So with this, like just if we use this only, I would put you on the left third. Actually, I would have put you on the right third because you want your text on the left always. It's easier. It's like not an always thing if the picture doesn't allow for it, but just this is gonna look weird to you because you're you and you know what you look like in reverse. But this framing where you're on the right side of the right third, so here's like the middle, and then you want this third, and then the other third is where your text goes. It's solid. This isn't an impressive background, but this is the composition I'm talking about. So, yeah, and I really like it because you're in the picture, and the more authentic you can be in the real estate niche, which I got my license way before I ever joined YouTube and did this whole thing. I would have done real pictures because like it's the one thing that everybody's trying to amp up. And if you can be the real guy, like just this authentic, I don't know. It's just something special that I don't feel like you see a lot. I dove into like the Coleman Johns. They show really impressive houses and nothing else, right? So the thing that I really liked from theirs is the inside this blah blah blah, or the tour of blah blah blah. But if the house isn't massive, then it's like, okay, maybe not that packaging, but this is sort of the thing that you might want to take a look at because it's working for them. I mean, these are luxury homes, so it's a little different. But that's really all I got with freaking 5 to 10 minutes that I had to look at your channel here, I think, yeah, I think that if these just looked a little like more pro about like what is the best feature about the house, I think that that's what people are looking for in this niche. It starts right here. There's a little bit of curiosity about that because I don't know what it is. But if I'm looking for house details and stuff, just imagine you've got your thumbnail along with Coleman Johns and all these other places. Like they're more interesting to look at. So anyway, yeah, dude, DM me. I got a couple questions for you. That would be super awesome. And if you don't, I'll find you. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to these rapid fires, okay? Cool. Cool? Cool. Sorry. I just wanted to catch up on chat. Nice. What is actually thumbnails is for? I'm not sure. Okay, so I separated them in non-gaming and gaming. Let's just jump into these non-gamings. This is rapid fire. Pew 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 pew. First one. 1.4 million views. Why are you showing this to me? Like, it's already working. I'm not gonna tell you anything that you don't already know. This is called Imagine That, and it's freaking legit. I love this style of video. I watched a little bit of it, but I was in a rush. But I would honestly watch this whole thing. It's just like so visually appealing. The only thing that I might have done with the thumbnail is focused more on a stick guy. I think that this shot is great. Like, you can see the shockwave, but for some reason, the stick guy is like trending with the simplify type channels. And if you just had a stick guy somewhere in there just to add this sense of scale, I think it might work a little bit more for you. Like the stick guy is just, instead of the tree, or like instead of this tree, a stick guy instead. That's like all I would have done if I was using this image. Outside of that, what if everyone clapped at once? Showing that instead of a house breaking might have been the move. That probably would have been the move that I would have made. But dude, you have all of these.
What if a fan would spin it like?
Sorry, I'm gonna mute this music for a second. Yeah, you don't submit again. just do your own thing. It's working for you. You have a branding this was suggested to you. That's awesome. Oh yeah. You have solid branding, and when I talk about branding on YouTube and people always doing it wrong, slapping their logos on the thumbnail, notice that there's no logo slapped on this thumbnail, right? It's their style. That's their brand. You can, the next time I see one of these with the little loopy arrow, and I don't know if it's Comic Sans, but no, it's not Comic Sans. But yeah, that style of font, and it's like black and white. I know that it's Imagine That, and that is how you brand on YouTube. So anyway, hopefully that helps you a little bit. I got nothing, man. You got two outliers. You don't do anything I say. I would just leave it. Just keep making more content. Okay, come for a dog walk with us. The life of Lily and Coco. This is awesome. First of all, this is way too many hashtags. Like, keep it to 3 if you're gonna use any. This just does not look great. I've seen channels do this, and I always say, hey, that's a bannable offense. That this isn't so bad, but I've seen like hundreds, and it's just called keyword stuffing or hashtag stuffing, and they just put it at the end, thinking that it helps their SEO and the search on YouTube. But I think that it just, I don't know. I just think it makes things confusing. Like, you're wasting a lot of time doing it. The algorithm knows more about your video than the description does anyway. But yeah, I would just keep it to 3. Keep it to 3 that you think people will find your content through. There was something that I had to say about this one. One sec here.
Do you want to go? Oh, he's going in!
Hold on. Maybe it was the channel itself. Okay. It seems like you're doing a little bit too much editing on something that should be natural and beautiful, you know? Like, first of all, this Winter Wonderland, you got blue over white and you can't read the word winter. It's really tough. If you really wanted a word to be seen there and you wanted to use blue, you need a little bit of a drop shadow or an outline, and that'll separate it from the background. But you have no contrast there. Like, snow day gets lost. Well, on the tree it's fine, but you know, like light colors just blend in with light colors. This font right here, way too thin, and it blends in with the sky, so you lose a lot of the letters as well. This one's okay. This one, the orange, you've got a drop shadow on it, but it's red, so it's like still in that spectrum of the color, and the red doesn't contrast with the orange enough to separate it. It makes it more blurry, right? Red and orange are very close. If you use black and orange, a black drop shadow and an orange, it would help that orange pop off. Come for a walk with us, I just don't think is important enough to have in that thumbnail in the first place. You could have it as a title and that's fine. But what I would do if I were you, by the way, this font right here, the way that you did this outline, that's the best one you've got. Like, that sticks off. It's just not very interesting to people. The day at the races, it is whatever. Yeah, and it seems like you're just experimenting with fonts and stuff, which is fine. You know, you experiment until you find something. But what I would do if I were you is, first of all, search and see what other like dog walking channels there are, and see if there's something special that they're doing on their thumbnails. But if I go through here, I guarantee I'll find a better thumbnail than the one you have. And it's just because people click on these, like even, man, this is so pretty. People click on these to experience like the calm, the serenity of like hanging out with the dogs and going on a walk. Like, give them a preview of that, right? Like, show them the feeling that they're going to get. Like, this is so nice. Yeah, so I would just like try to find the most pretty, awesome thumbnail. I'm sorry that I guess my thing is a little bit blurry. Okay, so anyway, that aside, the thumbnail you have right now is like the dog's too close. It's kind of cut off. You're not allowing for enough context. Like, I wouldn't cut the dog's head off the bottom there. You're also crowding the viewer, and like it's okay to have things close up, but like if it's so close that it's boxed off, then it makes somebody uncomfortable, right? They won't say that, they don't even know it, but it's just a feeling. So yeah, I would just try to find like one of the most like, this is so cute right here. Yeah, like that is a great thumbnail, honestly. Seriously, I think that that's awesome. Okay, if you wanted to do something like this, you could have, if you like really had to do text, you could have just like, used AI to gen fill this side and then put text over on this side. Like I said before, I'd probably flip it so the subject is on the right and the text is on the left, but you get the idea. But yeah, this would be a pretty solid thumbnail, and you can see that it's a dog, and yeah, it would just be like perfect. The text I would probably use, I thought you were a cat person. I am a cat person. This is a dog. What? Just because I have cats and I like cats more, does that mean I can't like dogs? Is that what you're saying? This is what's ruining this country. Oh, okay. Hey, Rob. Is Rob here? I don't think Rob's here. I think you might have me confused with someone else. Anyway, that's how I would do the text. You could experiment with the color, but you got a little bit of an outline and a little bit of a drop shadow. And so you no matter what color you pick, it's gonna pop off. Yeah, but white is always a solid. Anyway, hopefully that helps. All right, let's go for the next one. Rapid fire. Sorry, this is supposed to be rapid. Harsh language podcast. I just wanted to point out to you that the one that you submitted is like it's got all your faces in it. Hold on. No, never mind. This one's fine. What is happening here? Okay, well, anyway, I just wanted to point out to you that the ones without your faces seem to do better. You probably already noticed that, but yeah, all the ones that are simple and you can see the subject and then there's a little bit of text, I think that that's your winner. I think that this one is also a winner, though.
Oh, boy.
I think that this one is actually going to do really well, but I don't know about that text. They went there, not sure who they are, where they went. That ending was, I just think it could be stronger, right? That ending was, you could tell us what the ending was, like that ending was trash, and then like, this is why, right? Like people click to understand why. Or if you want to go strong about it, like worst, Vatican movie, or I don't know, worst movie of 2024, something along those lines, and people got to click to understand why that is. All right, next one. Your routine isn't the problem, but this might be. Okay, this is more of a vlog. The intro was a little long-winded for me, only because it's vlog. Okay, I'll be picky about it. It's just another vlog to me. You're not offering me anything special, but in the beginning you said I use this Japanese philosophy, and then you end up getting into it about a minute in. But I would probably add that to your packaging. I had to leave. Okay, I don't know who you are. I don't really care that you had to leave. But if you can teach me something, then I might click, and then I'll get to know you, and then I would care that you had to leave, right? It's just you have viewers, but you want to open yourself up to a wider audience. So offer a little bit of value, or promise a little bit of value in that packaging, along with your vlogginess. Okay, this one, tracking bird in flight using Sirui. By the way, I'm getting to gaming here in a second. I don't know how to say that, but SQ75 photography. Okay, I just want to show you that this is one of the most amazing freaking intros.
Yes. Got him.
Can you guys hear that audio? I didn't even think to ask. I keep my vlogginess under control. I'm gonna shoot over to the next one until I get an answer about the audio thing. Tell me if you can hear that audio or not, please. And this one is Metal Compass. Yes. Okay, great. Thank you. Yaxis. Yeah. Nope, not Mooney. Yes, you. Thank you. All right. So this one just jumped right in. The creator is excited, and then it shows the bird in the camera. Like, okay. Immediately, 3 seconds in, I'm wondering what is he looking at, right? It's just, this is the visual hook. Dude, I wouldn't even cloud this up with text yet. Like, I would get rid of that. Just let it be what it is.
Sort it out.
And like, okay, as a viewer, I'm looking, what is out there? What is he seeing? Like, you've got me locked in. I think it's right here, by the way.
Up there.
No. And then, perfect. Dude, oh my, like, what a freaking intro, okay? So, I think that this video has the makings of something viral. I think the packaging is ruining it. I think what would be better to show here, this is about wild travels. Is this like a gear review type video? Because some of these are just like, yes, okay, so it's more about the gear, I guess. Yeah, so you talk about the gear. What I would have shown in that thumbnail is exactly what you what you showed in the beginning. It's the actual camera, like showing the bird on the preview screen or whatever, with this beautiful scenery, and then you could feature it like that. This right here, it's just robbing you of the beauty that you captured, in my opinion. versus here. Is this a tripod? Okay, yeah, it's a tripod. So like you could back it up a little bit and show the tripod or whatever, point it at it, however you want to do. But I would show like what it helped you capture. Like if you buy this thing, you could probably get shots like this. That's what I'm seeing. A versus is only like product against product, in my opinion. I could be wrong about that. There could be other photography channels that just like show, here's my camera versus a rabbit. Watch as they fight. But yeah, hopefully that helps you a little bit. These are rapid fire, so I'm just gonna keep going. Amazing intro though, incredible intro. Metal Compass and introducing myself. This was boring to me only because it's more about you. Sorry, it's just like I'm not very interested in metal music, so that's kind of what got me into it, because this like graph that you've got going on is very cool, but it ended up being about you, and I don't know you, and I don't really have the time, right? But showing the graph, just imagine that no viewer has the time. They don't know you, so you need to rope them in. Dude, 5 minutes in, I would have deleted your entire intro, and then I would have just started like, hey, you know the political spectrum? Like, we're gonna do that with metal music, and then like I would just start working on it, right? That's what I would do. I understand that this is like you getting to know your community, so don't even worry about this video. What I would do is I would like make another one and just like, here is all the metal music like categorized on whatever spectrum you created, because this is such a cool idea. It's just not an intro video, in my opinion. That said, do not put your logo in your thumbnail. Moving on to, here is the featured channel of the day. This one is so freaking awesome. I couldn't believe it. I don't even know how this person does. It says, I use 3D Movie Maker to make nostalgic retro animations, and it's like of gaming characters. But I don't know what this is, but this is so freaking hilarious to me. And this isn't even 3D. Like, anyway, like this is what I saw. Check this out.
Super Mario Sunshine! Woohoo! Oh! Here we go! Yahoo! Oh! Mamma mia!
Mamma mia! Oh my god. Okay, so definitely unique, right? I don't know what to call this. It's just like, it's somebody playing with toys, right? I don't know what that is. I did look at some of their other content, and it is done like through 3D. Very, very cool. Like it's not really a niche. It's more like here's me doing stuff that I love. And I was just having this conversation with Koi Fish, and we were talking about how AI, like the future of AI, and how some people are just gonna kind of get tired of it to the point where they want to see things that are creative and authentic. And that's going to be like, if there's a trend of AI, the anti-trend is going to be the human and the creator. And so when I see channels like this, I think that they will blow up regardless, because it's not just like a boring react channel. It's like, I'm taking the time to create something that's in my brain, and I'm putting it in a video. Like, that is the essence of YouTube, in my opinion. Anyway, very, very cool, very special channel. I think that this is like, okay, you got the Mario running away from a coconut, I think. If you could, no AI, yeah, that's what's up. This is confusing. This is a bad thumbnail. I don't know what that is. It's just like a country. I think it would be confusing to anybody that saw it, because it's kind of like mixed in the noise of the trees back there. But you have Mario running from this coconut. If you had like made that spin a little bit more and got rid of the GameCube, so it's like in the middle of him running, I think the action shot is where it's at. People will see that this Mario isn't like from a game or whatever, and they'll be interested enough, I think. But yeah, I would just make action shots. And yeah, I get why you put the GameCube thing there, but I don't think it's necessary. I think that it's just like you're trying to package it as the game, but I think that that's not even important. I think it's just awesome. Okay, moving on to 10 mistakes people make when they off-road in Moab. Okay, I only got one thing to say on this. This is okay. It's fine. I would like try to center that text a little more, take it off the edges. This intro, show Moab first. Don't show yourself first, okay? Because when people want to know these mistakes and then they see this.
Moab, Utah is known as an off-road paradise.
2 seconds is enough to make people think, oh, they're just doing a talking head. I'm going to move on. That was 2 seconds that I saw on my preview on my phone that I saw nothing that was promised in the packaging. So the first shot is crazy important, guys. It is super, super important. All right. That's all I got to say. Very solid video idea. I would just show this shot first, right? Hit yourself in there later. The same with this one. It is the best brown egg layers you can buy today. There's just a whole lot of talking and talking head. I mean, it's like a solid 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50. Yeah, okay. So a minute 20. And I don't see anything that you're talking about. By the way, if it takes you a minute 20 to get to number 10, that intro needs to be shorter. Okay? Like what's so important that you had to say for a minute than like just getting to the point of the video? Something to consider. Okay, yeah, but definitely you want to show what's going on there. Oh, dude, ENC fishing. I'm so sorry. I didn't have a note on this one besides your pacing could pick up a little bit. The Guggen thing, I did a little bit of research to try to understand what it was. The only thing that I could say, like this Lojo one, I don't know why it did so popular unless he's a part of that Guggen squad, but I don't think he is. It just says goodbye Guggen 3 weeks ago. Maybe he was like right on time, or maybe he's already popular. Let's see. 792,000. Yeah, he's already popular. Okay, well, yeah, so he's already popular and he says goodbye Guggen. All right. Yeah, I guess I would just pick up the pacing a little bit. Like I remember watching this and for the first 40 seconds, you said the same thing like 3 times. It was just very, very slow and I understood the first time, but just something to consider. Sorry, I don't have much to offer there. I wanted to do more research on that one. Go ahead and delete that group. Gaming. All right, I beat Minecraft without Minecraft. Minecrafter Joe, this show Minecraft in the beginning. This beginning
doing crazy.
This idea is really good. I think the thumbnail's fine. I think when people hover over it, they see this and not
YouTubers
Minecraft.
are always doing crazy challenges like I beat Minecraft.
It's the 2 seconds. Like show me Minecraft first, okay? That's all I was gonna say. And then we must steal the airship piece from Bowser. Okay, let's take a listen to this intro. Okay, let's just watch this intro. No, 10 seconds.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Mario and Luigi Brothers Ship. I want to say real quick, if you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, help you stay up to date with the more content I'll be releasing just like this. As well, if you enjoyed the video, you like us, help the channel out a lot. Today we're going to be going to Wayway Island and getting the parts that we need. This is the wrong island.
Okay, 29 seconds. Cut everything before that. Everything. Don't have an intro that just don't. Like, it's just people, that was 10 seconds of people not getting value from you. Oh, man. I mean, that will ruin your video before it even starts. And then asking people to subscribe and like before you even offer them value, that's a big no-no. Okay, it's fine to do it at the end, or it's fine to like rope it into the middle of your video if there's a good segue to it, but never ever at the beginning of the video. You haven't given me anything in 30 seconds. Why would I subscribe? Right? I clicked on this to be entertained, but yeah. So remind people at the end because nobody's going to subscribe right away. That's just the way it works. So I would have cut everything from 29 seconds to the beginning, and that will help out a lot. Outside of that, this thumbnail, it's like you're doing a series. Maybe try showing some gameplay, and then like whatever special happens in this version, like in this playthrough, maybe that's something to highlight in the thumbnail. Because if you're just another person playing Brothership, then like why click, right? Give me a little bit of a preview why you deserve to click more than somebody else. This one is Roblox. Can 4 idiots survive the Wild West? I just wanted to say that this area right here, that I don't know what's going on there. It's just really, really messy. And so if you focused on this big explosion being the only picture and maybe dead rails being on there, I think that that might work for you. Okay. Here we go. This is the person that I was like, oh, wow, this is a really great video. Okay. The gaming spot. So I'm like, wow, like this person deserves some freaking views. I mean, this is fine. I clicked on the thumbnail. I'm like, well, okay. So I searched Minecraft Easy Sand Farm. This is Oink Oink, 171,000 views 5 months ago. Here's their thumbnail. This is this person's thumbnail. I think you can see why I was annoyed. Just to be clear, when we say like, you know, steal like an artist, it's like take the idea and kind of make it your own, not take it verbatim and change the font. Like that is just not okay. I understand that you're doing, it looks like you're doing a handheld version of it, but dude, you copied it. Like every single thing you copied. This is not okay. This is like, if you did this to me on YouTube, I would immediately claim it. Immediate copyright. Like that's just, I mean, even the angles that you recorded are the exact same. Please have an original thought. Create something original. Okay. This is not cool. Not cool. That is straight up plagiarism. Yep. Okay. Yeah. There's a fine line, the fine line between plagiarism and inspiration. Couldn't have said that better myself. Actually, I said it worse. Okay. Let me pull StreamYard back down and we're going to select some. Okay. Yeah, we just blasted through like 16 or whatever. I tried to make it fast. Let's just keep rolling. I really want people to have an opportunity, you know? So I'm trying to make it happen. I'm saying all this stuff to stall while I bring this up. Here, it's Sunny Eve. It's your turn to share my love for art. Q&A in 10 minutes. Okay, I did see this one. I remember. Let's go skip this song. Okay, I painted Matthew, my favorite. Your favorite what? All the chosen characters. Okay, there's two ways this can go. First, I think when it comes to art, the thing you really want to show is the art. And people want to see how the art was created. So the final product, sure, you can blur it and it kind of creates curiosity, but when you're so small, when you're such a small creator, I think it's more important to show like, I have chops, I'm good, like check out how I did it, and that's how you build the audience. And then you can do stuff like because nobody cares, right? When you're so small, nobody cares. They're just not that curious. So that's my little spiel about that. Now this person is Matthew. I mean, he's probably important. So yeah, the only curiosity created there is that this Matthew is like, oh, I wonder what that painting of Matthew looks like. So I get why you would do that, but this is very cool. Yeah, this is legit. What I would probably do is show it halfway, right? Like, with the hand for sure. You want people to see, like, if you show your hand painting Matthew with no text whatsoever, people already understand what's going on. Like, you don't even have to explain it because it's like, I painted this person, right? You could put Matthew from The Chosen or whatever, Matthew with an arrow, maybe Chosen, the logo for the show or whatever this is. Yeah. A step of the process, painting somewhat finished and then blur the final product. Yeah, they could. Yeah, that would be the better way to do what they already have, in my opinion. So, like, that idea. Mixing our two ideas, whoever that was that just said that, yeah, that could be a way to do it. Like, here's my halfway, and here is the blurred version. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That might be the better way to go about it. So if you have half on the left, it's in the middle, and then the right side is blurred, like how you have it, and then Matthew from The Chosen at the top. You get the idea. Okay, going to gaming. Number 7. Wow. Munchies Plays. Now, when I draw these, I'll remember the names, so if I already covered them, then I'm just going to skip it. Making Millions and Colossal Changes. Monteith IA Own the Map Challenge, Episode 4. That's a lot of stuff to say. Okay? Like, pick one thing. Like, think of one thing that people are clicking for, okay? And for sure, they're not clicking for the first 8 seconds of an animated logo. Sorry, 10 seconds. Please get rid of that. Please, please, please. And then it looks like you've got a CTA that says subscribe right at 1 minute. It's fine, but it's very amateurish. I wouldn't do it. Just save that stuff for the end. You know, let people enjoy what you have to offer. Stop asking people for stuff.
Did a few contracts off camera. Wonderful. And 70,000? We'll take that. Let's collect that.
This is super relaxing, dude. I wonder if... Okay, please get rid of your logo and your thumbnail. Oh my goodness, come on, people. Own the Map Challenge is cool. Text-wise, Own the Map Challenge. Okay, but, like, I would show the map. Or, like, show what that means. I don't know what owning a map means, unless you're, like, I don't know, tractoring it. I don't know what... But yeah, I would show, like, a zoomed out version, if you could, of that. Like, this is more my idea, but let's, Own the Map Challenge. Okay, yes, these are kind of gameplay, I'm assuming. Own the map. Okay, that's okay, I guess. I just want to see what yours look like again.
We have a little bit of
Okay, yours looks like a game cover or something, or maybe it's AI, I don't know. Yours doesn't look like a game, whereas theirs looks like games. Like, you're playing a game, please just make it look like the game. I mean, yeah, see, that's the thing. All of these look like gameplay, but yours looks like an AI image or like the cover of a game. So that's what I would change for sure. Okay, going back to non-gaming. And dude, you know, never mind. I was gonna say maybe sometimes add a little bit of chill music, but you ain't gotta do all that. I think people might get annoyed. Oh man, I forgot to say the real estate dude in the beginning. I'll just tell him on Twitter. There's a way to remove the excess background noise. There's a link to do it. It's Adobe Podcast or whatever. Here, I'll just show you all, because I was gonna say it to this guy too. Podcast. Yeah, podcast.adobe.com. You can like enhance the speech and it cuts out all the background noise. You just upload it. Enhance speech right here. Just upload it and then like it'll cut it out and fill in what needs to be filled in. Okay, just a little something. Trivia challenge, painful edition. You couldn't just type the link. Had to put the title in there too. God, people. Okay, this looks fun.
No, surely, no. Actually, what we should do it with shirts.
Bro, turn around, man.
Then,
3.
Oh my god, dude. First 4 seconds, get rid of it. Oh my god, like, I probably already scrolled away on my phone, but if you start
Around, man.
you start with this shot, people are gonna continue to watch. Seriously, like that is that is so obvious, man. For real. I mean, like, I understand that when you're creating content, like these things aren't obvious because they're not obvious to me either. But just a little bit of outside perspective, it's like, dude, that's obviously the first shot. You need that there. Okay, this thumbnail, I get what you're doing, but with the text over it, I didn't realize that was a dude's back. That's another, like, just, it's perspective, you know? Like, I would have shown this to anybody, and maybe they knew it was a back, but if you, I don't know. When I show people thumbnails, I ask, what do you think this video is about? And it doesn't give them a clue what it's about. Like, they have to tell me. And that helps a lot. I didn't realize this was a back. I thought it was like pimples or something. So the text cutting off his head kind of cut off the context of what's going on in that image. This person, not important to this idea at all. Yeah, so the gun could be on the left and then his back on the right, and we made a mistake would be fine. But this is just adding, like, you're just kind of like clouding up, you're cluttering up the thumbnail. Yeah. But this is the better thumbnail right here. Like, I just straight up, this is what I would use as my thumbnail, and I would just let it start from that frame. And this was a mistake. Would be totally fine to put as text there. Well, I would make it bigger. I would just, like, make mistake wider. Know what I'm saying? Probably, like, Anton. This is, come on, where's Anton? Or Bebas is fine. This is one of those situations where you need a squeezy text. I call it squeezy because it fits everything in a smaller area because it's, like, squeezed. But yeah, that's probably what I would do. And then I'd play with the color. I don't know, yellow. Nope, white's fine. And then you could probably push this over a little bit. You know what? There's your thumbnail. That's what I would do right there. You can add an arrow if you want, but it's pretty obvious what's going on there. That'll get you views. I'm moving on. I don't need to say anything else. That's the one you want to use right there. Okay. That was guns on thumbnails. Thoughts? I don't know. I thought that, like, real guns, I don't know. If the video's about guns, then yeah, it makes sense to me. I don't know how to answer that question. Is there a reason that you asked? Are they not allowed on thumbnails? God, guys, chill. I cannot believe how many people said it. Yes! No, I'm waiting on my freaking Explorer to load. Okay, there you go. Now everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. Okay. Anyway, are we doing questions or is it not time yet? Yeah, this is fine. Here, I'll save this, and if you're in the Discord, somebody let me know. Somebody ping me, and I'll give you the thumbnail. Well, we can, Claudia, if people did hashtag question. I didn't see it. They did. Okay. Let's do some questions. Where's that? Where is it? There. Just signed up for coaching. So excited to get started. I appreciate you all. Awesome. Thank you so much for the donation. I looked for a tutorial on a drawing app. All the thumbnails had logos. The intros had sub at the beginning or 30 seconds intro. That had nothing to do with the video. That's what I get from messing with John. Yeah, that sucks, dude. A lot of older tutorials still do that. They do the whole intro, like, circa 2010, 2011, the animated intro was like how you flexed on YouTube. Like if you had an animated intro, it was cool. That was way before my time on YouTube. But yeah, it's old, and people also did the subscribe thing in the beginning, and now it's just like things change as we grow. Things get annoying as we grow. Okay, that was another question that I hate to disappoint. Please give me advice what to improve. Submit, and if you get picked, I will let you know. Unfortunately, this donation thing, it doesn't enter you into getting submitted. I appreciate it. Thank you for the €5, but you got to play the game like everyone else. Money don't fix anything. Question, I recognize this guy, is using a thumbnail format like the Versus series, $1 versus 100,000. Already plagiarism, or would you consider this as copy taste? No, it's not copying, because the verses, like $1 versus a bigger dollar amount, it's such a wide idea that it's not plagiarism. But as a creator myself, you won't find me doing that, because like I'm like, okay, well that's something that Mr. Beast does. I think it's lame to do something that somebody else does, just personally. But a lot of people will do that. They know that there's money in that, and it is what it is. But like, if you're gonna do it, don't copy their thumbnail. If you're gonna do it, don't do $1 plane versus $1 million plane or whatever. Like, come up with your own. If it's a format, $1 grocery store versus $1 million grocery store. I don't know. Just something like that. It's fine. It's a format. I don't think it's plagiarism. It's a little lame, you know, come up with your own format, but whatever. Is it a big no to use AI graphics on gaming thumbnails? This is a great question. Peach, thank you so much for specifying gaming thumbnails. I think it's a mistake to use AI graphics personally, but that's just my taste. Now, when it comes to graphics, I think objectively it's a mistake in general, and that's not just my taste. I think it's a mistake. People want to watch gaming content, but you show them an AI picture of a game rather than the game itself. Why would they click? They're gonna click on what the game looks like, right? That's just the way it is. And somebody used, I mean, this was a couple weeks back. Somebody was playing a car game, and they used the vidIQ tool to generate a thumbnail, and it was this car that was like flipping in the air and crashing. And it's cool to use that tool, but for gaming thumbnails, I was just like, why wouldn't you use a screenshot, which is equally as easy to create, and it shows the game? I just don't think that that tool is great for that scenario, you know? So gaming thumbnails, I think it's a mistake in general. But you could do a little mix if you want. Question, new channel, not creative with graphics. AI doesn't understand me. Okay. Is there a service that will create thumbnails for me? I believe so. A Fiverr. You could go on Fiverr and have people create thumbnails for you. You could pay for cheap ones and you'll probably get what you get, you know, or you could go on Twitter and like get some real good, like if I was to search for a thumbnail artist for myself, I would go on Twitter and do like hashtag thumbnail artist or hashtag thumbnails or whatever. And that's how thumbnail artists put their portfolio out there. That's how I found a lot of people, like a lot of editors too. But yeah, that's really where I see most of the thumbnail artists like show off their stuff, like Thumbnail Girl, Minnow. It's been a while since I've been on there. The thumbnail I keep submitting. Question. The thumbnail I keep submitting because I can't figure it out is, as an artist, what to put in my thumbnail when I'm teaching how to animate. What do I put in the thumbnail for that? Oh, it depends on what software are you using to animate, because if you're teaching how to use that software, then honestly, it sounds like you should put that software in the thumbnail. Go look up editing tutorials, Premiere editing tutorials. Like look and see what they're showing on screen, and you might see like the creator pointing at the timeline in Premiere or something like that. Yeah. When I here, let me show you. When I create editing thumbnails, I try to do something with the timeline. That way people like who are looking at their screen, they're looking at editing, then they see my thumbnail, then their connection is made. Oh, that's a timeline. See, here's a timeline right here. That one's not a great thumbnail. Hold on. There's a better one. Sorry, this was for my book. Where is it? I know I made one recently. Well, like a couple of months ago. There. Like this one says stop doing this. I know it's a little difficult to see, but on the right side you have all of these, like you got the audio on the bottom and all the video on the top, and then the left it shows like solo and mute and everything, and this is just like the UI of Premiere. And then I just extended the left and just into like a blank color and put text and an arrow on it. That was the original picture of the actual project, as you can see, and then I just kind of edited it from there. So if I was going to teach about editing, I would show that. If I was going to teach about animating, like in Blender, I'd be showing something from Blender. Hopefully that helps you. You're using Photoshop to create your thumbnails. What are the dimensions for the thumbnails? 1920 by 1080 or 1270 by... crap. I always 1280 by 720. I always do 1920 by 1080. It's... yeah, right here. 1920 by 1080, 100 PPI. Or 72 PPI, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's what I make, and then I upload that as long as it's under 2 megabytes, and YouTube will compress it or whatever they do. 1080p. In one of your videos, you guys said that it's a rare positive thing to have more views than the number of subscribers. Can you expand on this? Sure. So when you have 200 subscribers and then you have 200 views, it's cool because like all of the, like you can kind of assume that most of your subscribers watched that, and that's kind of where that number stayed. If you got 500 views, then that means that YouTube is putting more, is giving more impressions of your video out to people. So that means more people are seeing it from across the platform, and it's giving it a chance for them to come subscribe too. So if you have 200 subscribers and you got 2,000 views, then it means that YouTube thinks that this video is worth showing and worth promoting. And in turn, it builds you as a creator. That's the simple way of explaining it. It's really not more complicated than that. Creates an outlier. Boom, 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 boom. What do you think about thumbnails without any text? I think they're awesome. I think that if you can get the idea across with a thumbnail without writing anything, that's super impressive. One of my favorite thumbnails has no text on it. I could probably search it and find it, but it would take a minute. But yeah, I think that they're awesome. For real. Why does text generally go on the left? Because when you read, it's called the F something, but there's a path that your eyes follow. It goes from top left to top right, and then it goes down to like down a column, and then in the middle it'll go left to right again. It's just like this natural thing that humans do where we just like it's just how it is. We read left to right. So like for instance, think about where your eyes are going to go when I show you this. It's going to go like right around here somewhere. And that's usually where mine do too. That's just how it is. It's probably because that's how we read. That's the top of the page. Yeah. That's why. I use Canva Pro for thumbnails. Do I really need Adobe Photoshop? No, not at all. You don't need Photoshop. You don't need Canva Pro. I mean, if you have the dedication, you get the passion, you could just like get Affinity, or no, hold up, Photopea. Photopea is the free version of Photoshop. And then GIMP, I believe, is free too. And yeah, it's just use whatever works for you, honestly. That's GIMP 3.0. Yep. Yeah. I just use Photoshop because I've needed it for so long, and it's just what I use. If I were to start editing again, I probably wouldn't use Premiere. I'd probably use DaVinci now, knowing what I know now. But because I'm so used to it, it would waste a lot of time for me to have to learn something else right now. How do you deal with a low seed audience that shows your video out? Low seed audience. What does that mean? How do you deal with a low seed audience that shows your video outside of your niche? In new CTR. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. Low seed. Maybe clear that up if you could, and I'll try to answer it again. If you were to make a compilation of a bunch of shorts, how exactly would you go about making a thumbnail for it? In my case, it would be a compilation of my shorts, artist versus AI. Okay, you want 3 columns, 3 shorts. Your best pictures from that short, and hold on. I'm only saying this because this is the format that I've seen work time and time and time. Where's my center button? Okay, so you've got your one short here, and it's separated by lines. Let's just go ahead and do that. And then you've got another short over here, and then you've got another short over here. When you are, when you're doing a shorts compilation, you're showing 3 shorts on your thumbnail. It's just the thing that I see work every time. That's what I do. That's what I would do if I were to do that. Yeah. I sometimes struggle finding simple backgrounds, textures. How do you make your foreground stick out, but make it feel connected in a way that would be a real photo? Oh, okay. All right. So if I understand this, you're saying like take a real here. Let me just go find one. You're saying if you have a real photo, but your background is busy, how do you separate yourself out from that without like, and still keeping it real? So basically what I do, like if you look at my screen right now, you'll see that I'm separated from a very busy background because it's blurred and it's darker. That's it. That's the answer right there. I get further back and it becomes like this very busy picture and you don't really know where to look, but like now I'm like super in focus and highlighted. And if I were to go over here, you could put the text right here and then you would have a thumbnail where the busy background didn't really matter so much. So blurred it, darkened it. That's how you do it. Top 15 questions about oh yeah, a lot of people, a lot of history with Carl. Blurring has been a game changer for me. Yeah, for sure. When I first started doing it, I'm like, I'm gonna blur everything. Yeah, so a lot of people ask the same questions: what fonts to use, what colors to use. and like how many words should be in my thumbnail. And in the description, there's top 15 questions about thumbnails. I still don't know why this video hasn't gotten more popular, but I answer like the most important questions about thumbnails that everybody asks. It's there for you. I swear to God, I got like a hair sticking. What's going on back there? Thread and strings. Oh yeah, we're not gonna talk. All I can say is this.
John Scott, I salute you.
Then we gotta move on. Bum, bum, ba-da, bum. I keep starting with the same song. Okay, 2-second test. We can do that. Yeah, we can do the 2-second test, but if I get one that I have a really good point to make, I'm not gonna do the 2-second test. Just because I did so many rapid fire at the beginning. But we will start with the 2-second test. For those that don't know, the 2-second test is I show you the thumbnail and you guess what the video is about. That way the creator of that thumbnail can know whether they conveyed the idea well enough or if their thumbnail sucks. Okay, gaming was the last, I think, hold on. No, gaming was not the last. All right, number 50. Let's see what we got. This is gaming, so y'all know it's probably Minecraft or Roblox or something. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. Sorry. I feel bad, but it's like everybody, these are the channels. It's Roblox. All right, natural disaster survival, the hunt quest. Okay, I'm not, hold on one sec, let's see. Completing the hunt task in natural disaster. Okay, natural disaster survival. I guess I'm just gonna look this up. Natural disaster survival hunt quest. I'm just curious what other people are showing, but this, just showing your character and then like it's not as interesting as it could be in my opinion. Why is yours so special? Like that's really the okay, that value is how to get something, I guess it's just a let's play. Okay, it's all right. I would, you know what? I would just go and look at other Roblox thumbnails instead, because a lot of them are situational, like in the action. And I would do that and keep this natural disaster survival thing like somewhere in there. Like it looks like there's so much going on in the background that I'm more interested in that than what you're showing in the foreground. So honestly, if you got rid of this guy and this and just showed what that background is, I bet you'd get more clicks. And then you could just say natural disaster survival, the hunt quest or whatever in your title. Or like out of the way of whatever. It looks like a meteor or something hitting that. So, yeah. Yeah, that is super interesting. And honestly, I don't see a lot of people doing, oh, there, you can see sort of that picture. Oh, damn. That must be the game picture itself. Okay. All right. Well, don't do that. Don't use that because a lot of people will be using it. Yeah, see. All right. Instead, zoom out, like sort of like this one. Zoom out and show your island or whatever this is, and show whatever natural disaster that isn't on the game. Not the meteor or whatever, but like a fire or something. And yeah, if you could also show it in the left and have your character up front in the right or something along those lines. But when people see like an isometric zoomed out version of a model or an island or something with all the blue surrounding it, and then you've got green in the middle, that catches an eye. So yeah, that's what I would do. I'm only like pitching these ideas because it's really hard to stand out in a space that everybody does. I'm sorry. That's just the way it be. Why? There. Okay. Come on. Why is this not working? Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Hey, Lego tours, I already talked about them. I have no idea. Game review, okay. Goofy Pokemon. Gotchard music reaction, comics. Okay. Disney song review. Goofy Pokemon. What? That's the second time I saw that. I sing Transformer songs. Okay. I'm not sure what this is, but let's take a look. All right. I don't know either. Whoops. But it does look like some sort of review, I think. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Which Kamen Rider Gotchard song is the best? Okay. That's a little tough because I don't know. I don't know how I would improve this because I don't know the artist at all. But I definitely didn't understand that you were rating them. How are you doing it? Oh, you're doing a tier list. Dude, put the tier list on your thumbnail.
No, we have the movie.
Yeah, absolutely do the tier list on your thumbnail. Like all the other tier lists. You can put yourself in there and then put some of them or whatever, and then on the F, like you could blur it out. However you want to do it, but that is, I immediately understand what's going on. You're rating something. But this, I don't. It looks better. I understand why you did it, but it's about conveying the idea. I'm very sorry. Okay, let's move on to gaming. Okay. Cool. All right, let's see what this is. Can you guess the game? I love that everybody's just guessing the popular games. Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't think so. Fortnite. Already got it. No need to waste the time. It's Fortnite. Hours played 200. Okay, you got a noob here, and then hours played 20,000. You've got this Mock Knight thing. I think that's Mock Knight. Never even seen the movie, but I recognize the thing. Can the average Fortnite player actually win a tournament? Okay, I didn't understand that it was about winning a tournament. Yeah, this is a twist on that thumbnail. Is like showing me like a journey or something along those lines, but
giving it a legitimate shot. Can us average players accomplish the unthinkable? We're about to find out. Let's begin.
That's cool. That's a really cool shot, man. Okay.
I did some scouting earlier in the day and decided to try to drop.
Okay, while I think the thumbnail is great, I'm not so sure it gets the tournament aspect across. I don't. It's more like a journey thumbnail to me. Like this is what you get, but I still think it'll do okay. I mean, 1.6 thousand views. That's all right. I just think that there's a little bit of a disconnection between the tournament aspect and the hours thing. Hopefully there's something you can do to fix that, or use this thumbnail for a different video. Okay, moving back to non-gaming. That's one of those things, like that's a situation. You know how like people like Mr. Beast or whoever, they'll say that they get the thumbnail idea first because then they know how they're going to package it. They know if it's a good enough idea that people will click or not. When you think of the thumbnail first, like, you know it's good. And when you think of the thumbnail last, it's an afterthought. And it is the most important thing. The packaging is the most important thing, because without that being top notch, you don't get the view anyway. So yeah, that's one of those situations where that disconnect happened, probably because they might have thought it was a cool thumbnail, but then like just tried to connect it to something. And I don't know, I just couldn't make sense of it. But yeah, something to consider. Anyway, show your forehead. Freaking weirdos in here. Okie doke. Thumbnail first. Yep, that's what I try. I try to do it. Sometimes it's hard though. All right, I already got somebody here. Bum, 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 bum,
What is up, YouTube? It's been
good God, what? Oh my God, this audio. What is going on? I was just gonna say, yeah, some people, they're like, show your hairline or whatever. It's like, I just don't understand what. I guess I understand that you're curious, but it's just weird. Like, hey, show us parts of your body. Like, I don't know. But yeah, it's just a normal hairline and the normal forehead. Maybe some wrinkles. What if there was a tattoo? Like, it's just like barbed wire.
quite a while. Reason being, I just haven't been feeling too well lately. You know, I had some things I needed to work on. Wow.
Oh, dude. So that audio is the whole way?
Oh, Jimbo is so... Hello.
Okay. Oh man. I hate to do this. Like, for real, I just think that people will not watch this, dude. Not with that audio. It seems like you might be trying to do a little branding thing. It's just, I've seen one creator do it and he clips his audio on purpose because that's his brand, and it's trash. I think that, oh, sorry, dude. Sorry. I didn't do it because the audio, oh my God, I forgot to even show you guys the thumbnail. Okay. The audio just got me. I'm so sorry. But there was one creator that he's like, oh no, I like my audio to clip because it's like, it's what people expect. And I'm like, do people, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, clipping audio as a brand. Anyway, please fix your audio. I definitely would do that. This, I just, like, I don't know what, it looks like you're reacting to solo leveling. Okay. Yeah, it just looks like you're reacting to an anime, but I would have to search the anime to see what else is out there, I guess, and see what they're showing, because I don't know. See, that's crazy. I guess it's okay what you have. I think that it just takes like you sticking with the topic for so long or changing the topic to really level it up. I can go aesthetic wise and see what I would improve there, because like it just seems like you do what other people do. This 12x2, if you see other people in the niche doing that, then it's cool. You probably want to show more of you as the reaction. Just showing this face so big, it seems like you're cutting everything off on the edge, and it's just like uncomfortable. It's a little cramped, and it might just be because of, yeah, I don't know. It's very cut off. I don't know if it's doing that on YouTube or not, but you want to pull this off the edge and pull you in and make you smaller and make this smaller too. That's what I would do. Yeah, that's what I would do as a start, and hopefully that helps out a little bit. Okay, yeah, I gotta move on. I am so sorry, dude. There was just not much there to go off of. Sometimes reaction channels are just like that. Like it's a reaction channel. I don't know what you want from me. You react to stuff. This is gaming thumbnail, but it's stories. I don't think this is gaming. Not often, dude. Nope. It is gaming. Okay. Yeah, I understand why. Okay. I understand why I kind of gave the idea away, but you'll see here. Yeah, yeah, Lego gaming. I don't think so. I can understand why they put it in the gaming. Lego stories. Nah, I don't think so. Okay, yeah, it's Elden Ring. Like, I guess you're diving into the lore and stuff. There is just a lot of stuff going on in there. Try to focus on like one singular subject if you could, and like make that your background first off. This video game controller, probably not needed. Video game deep dive, probably not needed. Like, I would feature like Elden Ring lore or something, story of the gods and demigods and their connection to mythology and religion. That is, as a writer, that was too many ands. Life of Brian. Da-do, da-do, da-do. Always.
To the in-game characters. So I'm going to go through some of the connections to Norse mythology, as well as mention some of the other potential connections to...
I gotta be honest, man. I would show some of the game and like point out the lore or something with the game. The game graphics catch my eye more, and you could put deep dive or whatever you want on it. That's just like, this is so cluttered and hard to read, but like, yeah, hopefully that helps you a little bit. I know it's not a whole lot, but I'd use game graphics and then point out something that you're bringing up in the video itself. Ba 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 da ba ba ba. Bop. Okay. 740. Okay, cool. I don't know, but let's see what you got. What do you got, guys? What do you think this is about? I'm gonna mark a question. And it's gone. I don't know what happened to it. Fire magic tricks. Okay, yeah, I think reacting, Harry Potter, black magic, witchcraft, fortune telling. Okay, so it looks like a bit of a mix. My impression, I see fire wizard. Fire wizard. Not good text. That that gives me nothing to work off of. Like, I'm just a human trying to connect the dots here about what this is. And it's a guy saying fire wizard or something. All right, so let's see what the actual idea is. Magician reacts to crazy good magic tricks on Instagram, episode 2. Okay. All right. You did not convey the idea, in my opinion. But let's take a look at Magician Reacts real quick, just to see what kind of things they do, and then let's tailor that sort of format to you. Okay, so when I see this Chris Ramsey thing, I see the box, you can see the dude's a magician, and then you can see this guy's background. That's a react, like, thumbnail to me. Like, this dude's reacting, I can tell. Because there's the video he's reacting to, and he's in his home studio or office or whatever. That one is showing a reaction. I guess I get this. This is a little less though, right? Because it kind of, the only thing that I know, the only reason I know that this is a reaction here is because this dude's doing this, right? Like I'm reacting. Look at my reacting face. So I can see that that's a reaction, I guess. But it's not as reacty as the first one, which is like, this is just a format that looks like a reaction. This one, not so much, but I can kind of see the Instagram situation going on there. So that's something that you could try, but it's so old that I'm not so sure it would work. Let's see what else we got. Man, I can see that you are kind of doing what this guy did, like this glow thing. I just don't think it doesn't give the vibe that that says frog. That is interesting because it's like, what is that? So let's take a look at this video.
You can hold the Sharpie and make you're gonna have to watch it carefully.
All right, real quick. I want you to realize that this thumbnail right here, like this screen cap right here, I immediately understand what's going on. But just as a person that has, like, I've never heard of Magician Reacts content, right? So when I see this thumbnail, I'm like, I don't know what that is. It looks like a scary story that this dude is telling, like a Mr. Ballin type. Let's get to the fire part. Dude, by the way, it is awesome. These people that you're reacting to, like, you're crediting them, and this is how to do React content. Jack's Films would be proud. At least I thought I saw you. Yeah, I thought I saw you talking about who they were. Okay. So if you did this, now I understand the fire wizard thing. But this you can take this or leave it. But here's your thumbnail, okay? Like, this is a genuine reaction, whatever. I would probably change the right side, but this, I can see it's on Instagram, like, it's whatever. I would probably pick the one where he's got his hand out, actually. But just that setup alone conveys the idea that this is a reaction. If you want to get real clickbaity with it, make the fire, like, massive. But yeah, if I was going to be authentic about this, if I was a magician, there was one shot where you showed, like, multiple videos of his. This right here. So, like, if it said this dude is a fire wizard and it pointed over here, like, that's authentic. It's like a genuine thing to me. You can also just say the same thing about this image right here. It's just sometimes doing the extra, like, graphic design stuff almost ruins it, I guess, because I just didn't get that was a reaction. All that said, it's really not a huge deal. It's just, like, a lot of the people that watch your stuff will immediately know what that is. But imagine a kid that has never even seen a magician, like a magician reacting. They see this, they don't know what it is. It's just, try to be as clear as possible. Hopefully that helps you a little bit. Yeah, without going too much into it. There are better ways to do that, but at least to convey that idea, hopefully that helps. Okay, we're going with gaming. Actually, no, we're not. No more gaming. I'm just kidding. We're going to do the giveaway. I never do this in time. So, it's not a giveaway. It's just a giveaway tool. We're doing #magician. Okay, everybody type hashtag magician. And then we're gonna jump into your channels and take a look-see. That way, everybody that's here gets a fresh chance rather than people that have submitted and are possibly gone by now. Know what I'm saying? Magisha once. I had to burn some sage in here to like make it super smoky, and it still smells like it smells like smage. It smells like sage in here. Okay. Holy crap! It's Severlight Gaming. Ah, where's my mouse? There it is. I always have a tough time with Severlight Gaming. I just like never really quite know what to say. But let's see.
Welcome to Sweetwater. 1 year ago, your sister vanished without a trace. The trail went cold, but your search never stopped. A faded photograph, a cryptic note, and a name.
Okay, Severlight Gaming is helping indie game enthusiasts in discovering top-notch developers through first-hand encounters with authentic amusement, fright, and narratives. Wow, that's a mouthful. Offering you a wide range of games from platforms. Okay, cool. Helping indie game enthusiasts discover top-notch developers through first-hand experience, I guess. Yeah, this indie horror game really tested my sanity. Dude. Okay, I've got to see what kind of thumbnails people are using for
The human mind is powerful.
That is a crazy thumbnail. Death Omen. Wait, can I just hit browse game and see? Oh, that description. Okay, yeah. So Death Omen. I wonder why these are doing so well. Oh, they're not outliers, so they're just doing well because those people are big. Dude, this is like scary thumbnail. All right, so these are gameplay. Man, your thumbnail's better than these, so why does this one? Full gameplay. Oh, okay, that one's doing well because it's the entire game. But that one's the entire game. It's just not as good of a thumbnail, I guess. You know, I remember this from last time. I'm like, well, you do all these indie games and they're just not very popular. Like all these views are just they're bunk because it's just like not a super popular game. But good God, dude, this picture right here with all that yellow, I wonder what that would look like. You don't have to do this, but I'm just curious. I wonder.
Why don't you give me the option to order batteries for?
I'm just gonna steal this guy's thumbnail because I just want to see what this crop would look like. Like, talk about stopping the scroll, right? Like, holy crap. That would immediately catch my attention. And so if I were to like sharpen it up and bust out that yellow just a bit more, it's just oh, I can't. There it is. I freaking hate camera roll sometimes. So if I just pop that, nope, that's not right. Get a little more texture, clarity, it's all right. All right, sharpen. And then I just want, I just want to see more yellow. Color mixer? No, that's not right. Color grading? Nope, that's not right. It is color mixer. I just, oh, that's why. Sorry, guys. Just talking to myself. All right, here's more yellow. Just a whole lot of yellow. Take away that orange. Take away that. Well, we just watched John play around on Photoshop for a while. He didn't help anyone. You had the same shot for a second thumbnail, but it didn't sit well. Oh, okay. I mean, it is just so freaking crazy. I think it's just because I'm not used to it. Like, I have never seen it before. So it's just like, whoa, that that's freaking nuts to me. So yeah, just something like that popping out, and then the background being what it is. Just a blurred version of it, I guess, could work. I mean, I wouldn't take that, guys, but like, this is just an idea. I just think that like that freaking catches my eye like a lot. I don't know. I think it's just a scary face. It's a scary face, guys. Anyway, if I'm scrolling through YouTube and I see that, I'm like, what? What is it? What's going on? That's scary. You know, there's room on the left for text. Like, that's something that I would do. I mean, I'm not saying that you should do that. I just, it's just so freaking scary. I felt a lot would use that shot. It's the obvious choice. Yeah. I feel it.
This is out of sight. And
I saw your submission earlier. I did look at your... You were going to be one of the creators earlier today, but I didn't have much to say. I just thought that this was awesome. The color choice is incredible. Did you cut them out and then add that shadow? Because that's dope. It's dope. Very, very cool. I'm curious how this is doing. The most disturbing game about a kidnapped blind girl. What is your title? Nice.
This is out of sight. And
I'm blind, but I can see through my teddy bear's eyes. Okay. Okay, you can kind of understand why their title is more grabby, right? Because it's like the immediate disturbing, like, it pulls at the emotions a lot. The most disturbing game about a kidnapped blind girl. I think I might have said this to you, but like the most disturbing, the worst, this will haunt my dreams. I like just these outrageous titles that go beyond could help. But then again, that might go against what you stand for. Like, as like you are this very authentic, like, I show you indie games. It's no muss, no fuss. Here's what you get. I explained the game. I'm blind, but I see through my teddy bear's eyes. That's the premise of this game. Now, you could amp it up. I don't think it's wrong, but it's up to you and your branding whether or not you would go that far. Yeah, all these are okay, but that one, the most about a kidnapped blind girl, like, that's holy crap. Anyway, all right, I don't want to stay too much on you, Sever. Thank you for submitting, and as always, you're awesome. Always. Jersey Joyride. I remember this one. Just a question. Have you checked mine? I have not. If you submitted and you didn't get picked, that's how it goes. I'm sorry. But no, Hannah, I'm sorry I didn't see yours earlier today. Ba-ba-da-bow-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay. All right, Jersey Joyride, documenting our travels all around the great state of New Jersey. Funniest blind diner owner. Blind diner. Bendix sight unseen after chat. What? I'm very confused about documenting travels around the great state of New Jersey. 300 cities. Scavenger hunt. Okay. The first in line at the grand opening of Bang Cookies in the American Dream Mall with I am Corey B. Okay, some of this... That's right, there's the one that I was playing with. You know, some of this is more like a vlog rather than just kind of Jersey Joyride. It just seems like you do a lot more than, like, I don't know. Sometimes brands, or sometimes you want to make a theme because it's easy to package as a niche. My niche is everything in New Jersey. But this is more like just a vlog, like a travel vlog, I guess. So yeah, I guess I had the wrong idea about it at first, but some of this stuff is about New Jersey, I guess. It's a little tough. I as far as the niche goes, I think you're doing everything that you should. It just okay, yeah, like untrashed, that text should probably be changed because it blends in with the background too much. I guess I would try to pick a font and stick with it and color scheme. The ones that look the best, right? Like the best looking one right now is this one. Probably because it's got that negative space that really pops out to me, and the text is very readable. You can just definitely read it. I mean, hold on. Let's see if that's... Yeah, it's the most popular one. It's... Yeah. Pretty eye-catching, honestly. So, I think that your problem here is that your thumbnails are just a little too busy. You need to keep in mind that you want like one subject as your picture, and then like try to give it space, try to give it room, like you did with this house here. That looks really good. It's easy to understand. You can kind of see it. Probably didn't do so well because it might not be a great topic or whatever. But when you see this Buddy small lot final sale, the reflection and the stuff inside, and then the person reflect, like it's just too much to understand what's going on. Bendix sight unseen after chat. I don't know what Bendix is. Funniest blind diner owner. You're trying to capitalize on too many different things on that. This diner owner is blind. Is fine, right? Him being funny is not as sellable, right? I hate to like, this is just marketing, right? So like, this blind diner owner is like enough, right? And all you got to do is like make it the picture him. But you've got these other people here, and though that's in the video, it's not the most interesting thing in the shot. Or like people want it to be simple. So if you had zoomed in and just made it this one guy, a picture of this one guy, and then you put blind diner owner with a arrow, cool. Would have been fine. And maybe this blind diner owner is hilarious would be a better title for that. Yeah, hopefully that helps you a little bit. Okay, that was... Nope, we're doing giveaway tool. Golly. Draw again. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bow. Yeah, okay. Let's see what this is. I can never find my mouse when all the confetti is going on because like it just it turns into this thing. What I don't know what that's called, but like when you go to type, and so it just mixes in with all the confetti. Periodista no soy? Periodista? Holy awesome. Whoa. Journalist, I'm not. Do you have a space bar? What is going on? Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Let me go ahead and journalist, I'm not is the translation. Oh, dope. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, there we go. I'm not a journalist, but I do research, write scripts, voiceover, etc. Okay, cool. Let's see what you got. He crossed the red line of crime to achieve his goal. Cool. Top 4 disturbing hacker stories that changed the internet forever. In your language, I don't know if that is cut off there, but you want it to be under a certain amount of characters. I think it might be like under 70 or something like that, so it doesn't get cut off, because it gets cut off throughout the whole website. Just remember that. Same thing here. You just want your titles to be a little bit shorter. Something that you might want to look into is Darknet Diaries. These hacker stories are freaking, like, I love them. I've loved Darknet Diaries for so long. And when they do pen testing, like the stories of pen testing and stuff, those are super interesting. Here, I'll show you what I mean. The last one that I had listened to was the best one, in my opinion. It was the second time that I had listened to it. Was his name Brian? It was something in Brian, maybe. Yeah, here we go. John and Brian's Big Adventure. Okay, this whole story is about a pen test that went wrong. And for those that don't know, pen testing is like people are hired to break into places and hack their systems. And if they social engineer their way into a building, that the building is like testing how good their security is, the business there. So that's what pen testers are. They are like criminals for hire. They don't like hurt anything, but they expose your vulnerabilities. And so this is a story incredible. Okay, so if you want some more ideas for hacking, this is one that like really stuck out to me like a year and a half ago, and I just listened to it the other day again, and it's very cool. Anyway, back to your channel. Your thumbnails are, I got nothing to say. Like, the only thing I had to say is that some of your titles might be a little too long. Your thumbnails look simple enough. This corkboard thing was huge like 6 months ago. That's probably why you jumped into that. I don't know. I saw another corkboard thumbnail by Big Tug the other day, and it started to do well. And yeah, I mean, maybe try that again. As far as this the flag thing, I gotta be honest, I'm not as interested in the country. I don't know why. Like, I'm interested in the story itself. I don't care about the country so much. Like, hackers are hackers. It's whatever. I don't know if that's important to your story, though. I just want you, I'm just being honest, like, as a person that does watch this content, seeing the flag in the background, I could take it or leave it. All right, let's go with another. Woo! Strength sphere. See, there we go. Strength sphere. Strength sphere. Strength sphere. Strength sphere. Strength sphere. Holy crap. These thumbnails are awesome too. For you guys, like, when I see a thumbnail that is so simple, where it has a subject and it has text and that's it, and it's just done in like a stylish way, that's a winner to me. This right here is a winner, in my opinion. I'm surprised that it only has 500 views. Look, you can see this thumbnail does everything it needs. Hold on, let's pick one that did better. I'm sorry. I hate to point out this awesome thumbnail when it only has 500 views, but this one is very similar and it has 250,000. I just want to tell you why this is the perfect thumbnail. Let's break it down. Okay, so what's the dude doing? He lifting a lot of weight. How much weight? Probably the amount that's right behind him. He's lifting a lot of weight, and that's all the details that you need. Like, what else do you need in a thumbnail? It's so simple. You put them in front of the, like, it's perfect. I don't know. You can't do better than that besides doubling down on your format, which is exactly what they did. They doubled down on the format. And just for people that don't know, when you have something that works on YouTube, do it again. I mean, don't do it exactly, but do something similar enough. And like, that's how you kind of build a community around it. And then eventually when people get tired of it, you can move on. But that's how you double down, right? Like, you kind of stick to this idea and do it in different ways and try to experiment and see what really works. Holy crap. Dude. I mean, I don't know why these aren't blowing up too. Like, these are equally as good. But yeah, this one's gonna blow up, I think. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I know why it's worse. It's the format. Or the video format. It's like a vertical. Holy crap. Look at this dude.
Former world's strongest man.
Yeah, because it's a vertical video, I think that'll turn people off. When they click on a thumbnail, they expect widescreen, and if it's not widescreen, they'll click away. That might be why but I mean, that's being nitpicky, honestly. I think it'll do well still. All right. Ow. Man, everybody's talking about queso. What app did they make this thumbnail? Who knows? They all do the same thing. I don't know why I searched instead of went to YouTube. Bow, 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 but probably Photoshop or Canva or Affinity or Photopea or GIMP. Oh my God, John, go to YouTube. Why? Okay, it's that one. Okie doke. I like to have fun making videos. Subscribe. Okay, first of all, this contrast makes me want to claw my eyes out. Actually, it's not really that bad, but like, put a shadow or something behind that. That blue off that red is just very, ouch, my eyes. Let's finish setting up your YouTube channel. Full walkthrough. Okay, cool. You know, I think if you zoomed in on this a bit more, like being in the same space, what I would have done as a thumbnail designer. Actually, I'm curious. What are your other ones, sir? Okay, you're not showing anything. I get what you were going for here, but check this out. This is what I would do. I would probably do something like this. I'm trying to give us some competition here. And then the you're missing out thing. Hold on one sec. First of all, you got the wrong your, by the way. It's Y-O-U''RE. You are missing out. You're missing out is like saying that you own it. Like, what about my missing out? Don't talk about my missing out. Ah, come on. Just want to show you like a very rough version of what I would do here. Wrong. Okay, so yeah, I would make it small enough that it would kind of cut off the advanced features part a little bit. And so you have a little bit of curiosity there. You're missing out. Please just hold on. I can't not do something about it. There. Yeah, I would do something like that. You're missing out, all right? I don't know what I'm missing out on. I have to click to understand what that is, the eligible thing. I would probably make the button so big, like it would probably be like this big, but just one thing one YouTube guy, thumbnail designer, YouTube advice guy to another. Okay, Spotify hack, skip ads in seconds. That's solid, but that text is horrible. It's the green outline around the white. It just does not work. Just leave it white. No outline needed. And then I would do Spotify doesn't want you to know this. Like, make it 2 lines so you could actually fit it in, or use a font like Anton or Bebas Noi or Impact, and it would squeeze it in just a bit more, but definitely do a double line. And an arrow. Arrow it up. Cool. All right, you're doing a little bit of a mix of niches. I don't mind that. I think that everybody should. I think everybody, unless you know exactly what you want to do, you should definitely experiment. And you're well on your way. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Okay, let's do a couple questions and then call it. Okay, hashtag question. Anybody that wants to send me a question, we're gonna wrap it up. Hashtag question. Hashtag question. It's a tattoo of a banana. A bandana. Ah. Cool. Hashtag question. It's called football. That is not a question. What do I do when YouTube shadow bans me? You give up on the idea that shadow banning exists, because it doesn't. You're not shadow banned. Seriously. It's just that your content isn't good enough, or it hasn't found its audience yet. Keep creating content. That is the only answer. Ever. How important is consistency in Lego thumbnail design for branding? If you have a channel if you have 1 million subscribers, then maybe branding matters, but like, I would still experiment. Honestly, just experiment. And like, if something works, start to kind of refine it from there. But until you have 100,000 to 1 million subscribers, don't worry about it. If I'm exploring different videos with different series, should I use colors that represent that franchise or stick to one consistent color branding? Experiment. Just don't, I mean, like, if you were doing something about The Simpsons, it might be clever and it might catch eyes to use the blue and yellow that they use for their logo, and people might connect it immediately before even understanding what the packaging is. It can help people understand what your video is about, but you don't need to overthink it like you're doing. Don't worry about branding. Just, I would make it video specific more than branding, honestly, because like one will work and then you'll be like, oh shit, what did I do? What did I do right there? Shadow ban is code for try again. Thank you, Malcolm Planet. My type of content will always have half copyright, half non-copyright content. Do you recommend starting a second channel and splitting it so one channel is completely copyright free? I don't. I mean, like, why? Or if like if you're asking because you want to make money, then I guess. Like, I don't know. If money is the important thing to you, there are other ways to make money besides like doing YouTube. Like, YouTube doesn't have to be your only paycheck if that's what's important to you. Yeah. But don't steal people's stuff. Like, that's the more important thing there. Just don't do copyright stuff. Or hide it like I do. Thank you, Slavguard. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna click one then. How can sometimes YouTube promote my video and sometimes they left it to die? It's not good enough. That's why. I mean, like, there's 2 reasons. Okay, first, the video's not good enough, or YouTube is holding back for one. Like, shadow banning doesn't exist, but YouTube might hold back impressions to make sure that you're going to be consistent and continue to post. So it's happened to me before where I've had 100,000 views, 100,000 views, 100,000 views. Then I took 2 weeks off and I posted my next one and it didn't get as many impressions. It only had 14,000. And once I post it again 4 days later, then the first one, 100,000 views. It's like YouTube wanted to make sure that I was going to continue to post. So that does sometimes happen. Every time you post a new video, your old videos have a chance to grow as well. So keep that in mind. But always remember, sometimes your video might just not be very good. It might not connect to a certain audience, and that's okay. I have plenty of those too. We all do. It's just like you need to understand that moving on to the next video is more important than anything. But Slacker, I have a job. I had to work. Should podcast episode thumbnails be focused on topic or being a podcast for better watch time and less click away? You could do topic if there's a guest, like that would be topical, right? So you have a guest. Yeah. Topic. Yeah, I would do that. Topic it. Like we have the boost for vidIQ. By the way, we have vidIQ. Well, it was the boost. I think we changed the name. I can't remember. I'm sorry. But yeah, we have a podcast and we always focus topic, and then like the words that are written are about the topic and stuff like that. So a consistent style helps, but like doubling down on the format and understanding what works first is more important. Okay. Do you want to choose? I'm just going to click question. In a niche where most channels have nearly identical thumbs, do you think it's a strength or weakness to stand out from samey thumbs? If your niche is so saturated, yes, I think it's important to stand out. Like if you're a Minecraft channel and like don't do the same thumb. Yeah, it's important to stand out. I remember what you're doing. I think your thumbnails stand out enough, by the way. If you talk about bananas, show a banana. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Check out the boost by vidIQ. It is the boost. Okay. Oh man. All right. Yeah, that's it. We're out of here. 5:04. It is Dunzo.
John Scott, I salute you.
Thank you. Thank you. That is it. That is the end.